He's the lone wolf everyone thinks they understand, but they don't. A sigma male, silent, self-sufficient, untouchable. But what if I told you, even the most independent guy can be completely transformed by one rare connection? Not because she tries to change him, but because she just gets him. Imagine meeting someone who sees you, not like a puzzle to solve, but like a masterpiece to admire. He's tired of the background noise, endless questions that feel like social tests, the probing looks, the pressure to fit in where he never belongs. Then, bam! She sits quietly beside him, comfortable with silence, asking questions from genuine curiosity, not interrogation. Suddenly, the weight of pretending disappears. For the first time, he doesn't have to explain who he is. She loves him because of his quirks, not in spite of them. No more social marathons pretending to be someone else. No more faking excitement for parties he'd rather skip. With her, he stops running, not because he's tired, but because he wants to stay. The uncomfortable pressure, gone. The mental drain of adapting, vanished. It's like finding light that was always missing, a home he never knew he was searching for. But here's the twist, his guard. It doesn't just drop, it melts. Years of calculated protection, walls built brick by brick, now feel useless. He starts sharing thoughts he never voiced, not because she demanded it, but because it finally feels safe. No traps, no judgment, just pure trust. Vulnerability isn't risk anymore, it's life. And when he opens up, it's not to impress or be understood, it's to connect. Every word carries weight and sincerity, flowing naturally, slowly breaking down the walls he built from past scars. And the best part? He stops explaining himself. All those awkward footnotes, all the exhausting clarifications, gone. With her, silence means understanding. His quiet moments aren't misread. The space between them, clear, effortless, electric. But don't mistake comfort for control. He's challenged, not controlled. She pushes his mind, questions his views, but respects his boundaries. No ego battles, no manipulation, just honest, raw respect that makes him lean in, not push away. Because growth can only happen when you meet someone eye to eye. This isn't a story about changing who he is. It's about finding the one who unlocks his real self, turning isolation into intimacy. So tell me, what would change in your world if someone truly got you? Ready to stop running and start living? Let me know in the comments. Now let's dive deeper into what it really means to be a Sigma male and why this connection matters so profoundly. The Sigma isn't easily defined by society's usual categories. He's not the alpha who commands the room or the beta who follows the crowd. He walks a different path, one marked by solitude, self-reliance, and a quiet confidence that doesn't need to shout to be recognized. He's the man who thrives on his own terms, who values freedom above all else. But this freedom sometimes comes at a cost. It can mean loneliness, misunderstanding, the sense that no one really gets what makes him tick. You see, the Sigma male's independence is a fortress, a shield forged through years of experience and self-protection. It's a defense mechanism against a world that often demands conformity and social performance. He's learned to navigate life with minimal reliance on others, mastering the art of going it alone. But underneath that armor lies a desire, a quiet, often hidden longing for connection that doesn't suffocate or demand change, but supports and enhances. Enter the rare connection. This is not your everyday relationship. It's not about trying to fix or mold the Sigma into someone he's not. It's about recognition, seeing the man behind the solitude and appreciating him fully. This woman doesn't view his silence as a challenge to overcome or a problem to solve. Instead, she embraces it, understanding that his quiet is a language of its own. She offers a presence that is both steady and freeing. She doesn't fill the silence with noise or pressure him to perform socially. Instead, she sits with him in stillness, creating a space where he can simply be. This kind of acceptance is revolutionary for a man used to guarding every part of himself. It allows him to breathe, to drop the act, to stop explaining, and just exist. Imagine the relief of not having to put on a mask, not having to answer the same questions that feel like tests, not having to pretend to enjoy things that don't spark real interest. With her, every moment is genuine. He can be himself without fear of judgment or rejection. She sees his quirks, not as flaws to fix, but as parts of the mosaic that make him unique and whole. This connection transforms his world. The mental exhaustion of adapting to others' expectations disappears. The constant social marathons become a thing of the past. Instead, he finds joy in authenticity and presence. His energy is no longer drained by pretending, it's replenished by genuine interaction. But the transformation isn't just external, it's deeply internal. The walls he built to protect himself, once essential, begin to crumble, not through force, but through trust. That trust is earned slowly, carefully, over time. It's nurtured by consistent respect, honesty, and the freedom to be vulnerable without fear. When he lets down his guard, he reveals parts of himself he's never shared before. Thoughts and feelings that were locked away because they felt too risky or too misunderstood now flow freely. This vulnerability isn't a weakness. It's a courageous act of connection. It's the foundation of intimacy that goes beyond surface-level interactions. And here's the beauty. He doesn't open up to be understood or accepted, though that's a natural byproduct. He opens up to connect, to share a piece of his soul with someone who truly values him. Each word, each silence between words carries meaning. The connection they share is electric, a rare and precious bond that defies explanation. In this space, silence isn't awkward. It's comfortable. It's a language of love and understanding. When he is quiet, she listens, not waiting to respond or judge, but simply absorbing and honoring his presence. Their interactions are effortless yet profound, a dance of mutual respect and deep appreciation. This relationship challenges him, pushing his mind and heart to grow without controlling or changing who he is. She respects his boundaries, honoring his need for independence while encouraging expansion. There are no games, no manipulation, only honest, raw respect that invites him to lean in rather than push away. Growth happens naturally here because it's based on equality and genuine connection. There's no need for ego battles or power struggles. Instead, there is a meeting of minds and hearts that fosters transformation from within. This isn't a story about changing the Sigma male into someone else. It's about finding the one who unlocks the door to his real self. It's about turning isolation into intimacy, loneliness into companionship, silence into conversation. Think about your own life. What would change if you found someone who truly got you? Someone who saw you not as a project to fix or a puzzle to solve, but as a masterpiece to admire. Someone who accepts you fully, quirks and all, without trying to change a single thing. How would it feel to stop running from social expectations, from pretending, from loneliness, and start living in a space of authentic connection? Imagine waking up each day with a sense of peace, knowing you have a place where you belong. A place where your quiet moments are understood, your silences respected, and your true self celebrated. This kind of connection is rare, but it is possible. It's worth seeking because it transforms not just your relationships, but your very experience of life. So, are you ready? Ready to stop running and start living? Ready to find that rare connection that sees you, truly sees you, and loves you for exactly who you are? The journey isn't always easy. It requires courage to be vulnerable, patience to build trust, and openness to grow. But the reward is a life filled with meaning, acceptance, and love unlike anything you've known before. Tell me, what would change in your world if someone truly got you? How would it feel to be seen and accepted without conditions? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's start a conversation about connection, authenticity, and what it really means to be understood. Because everyone deserves that kind of love. Everyone deserves to stop running and start living.